Good morning, everybody. It's Marcia, and we're talking about the ULA, finding balance with the unbalanced world. And today I'm talking about Together by DelRae Messer. Okay, ready? I grew up watching sunrises and sunsets. I didn't have insomnia or an infatuation with the sun. I had parents who believed in hard work, waking up early in the morning and going to bed late. It was a characteristic that was handed down from their parents to them, and they instilled it into me. I understood their points of value. We have a family of 6 growing up on the farm in the Midwest. If you weren't working, you weren't surviving. I carried this work ethic throughout high school and into college, excelling at sports and always getting good grades. I held onto a very simple philosophy. Follow your heart and work like crazy. If you do that, all things will work out. My junior year at college, I unexpectedly got pregnant and shortly thereafter found out that I would be raising my baby as a single mom in a co-parent situation. I was scared, but wildly excited at the same time. My options were to quit school and move back to my parents, or continue to go at this alone. I knew this would be a challenge, and I oddly loved a good challenge. This would certainly be more difficult and more important than anything I've done in my life up to this point. But was I up for it? So I put my head down and I forged on. When my daughter was born, I kicked my hustle into high gear. In addition to the diaper changes, nighttime baths, regular feedings, cuddling time, and checkups with the pediatrician office, I was working part-time and going to college full-time. I was absolutely exhausted, and when she cried at night, it took all I had to just get out of bed. But this was my life because busy became my normal. My daughter and I was inseparable. We became a team. Wherever I went, she was right by my side. We graduated college together. We got my doctrines together. We opened a clinic together, and sometimes we saw new patients together. We worked out 5 to 6 days a week together and cooked healthy meals together. We fanatically hustled through life together. A couple years after getting my doctorate and launching myself into the real world, I found out I was pregnant with my second daughter. I started to feel the stress of my reality mount. I started feeling the crushing weight of student loan payments and the cost of raising 2 girls alone and one income. The financial stress was tearing me apart. I felt that the only answer was to work harder. I continued to revert to my childhood ways of working like crazy. I went from working hard to working harder. I went from being busy to being busier. I thought that was the way to our salvation. Before I knew what happened, I found myself working 80 hours a week and becoming what I never thought I would be, an overwhelmed shell of a mom. I was completely unfulfilled and slipping further and further away from my purpose, my why. I was unhappy and my relationships suffered. Soon my girls and I found ourselves at the bottom, together. I was emotionally, physically, and financially exhausted. How could this have happened to me? I put in the work, I put in the time. I can't even think about how many times I wanted to just lay on the couch and be lazy, just to take a break from life. But I never did this. But I never did, and this is what I got. And life felt unfair. I wanted to give up. What was I missing? Instead of giving up, I had one more ounce of hustle in me. And so I stepped outside of my life to look at the objectively and see what I was missing. As I examined my life down to the details, I found my answer. I was lazy. I wasn't lazy showing up. I was just lazy at my workouts. I wasn't lazy with taking care of my patients. I was lazy being a mom. I was lazy with my time. While I frantically went through life, I was spinning my wheels and going nowhere. I was taking the work ethic that my parents had instilled in me and scattering it everywhere without a plan or purpose. Could being less lazy with my time and planning my day and my life really be the answer? Could it really be that simple? I was on the verge of losing everything, so it was worth a shot. I started to organize every room in my house at least clear the clutter around me. I wanted to see clearly again. I learned how to efficiently delegate a time block. I started to organize my day, my week, my quarter, and my year. And I had a planner, and it was color coordinated and filled out perfectly. And I followed it. Every day, I put dinated and filled out perfectly. Read that line twice. And I followed it. Every day, I put my time and energy on the important things in my life and removed all the time sucks from my life. The hustle was always there, but I was being lazy and planning where to focus it. I felt empowered by the momentum of the growth in my business, so I decided to take everything into the next level and reclaim my life with my daughters. I hired an assistant to delegate everything that was not important: producing, cleaning the house, doing the laundry, recording, running errands, planning events, and even getting groceries. My whole life, I had thought I was a hard worker and there was no way that I was lazy. What I realized was I was lazy about the most precious gift of all, my time. Today, with a teenager and a toddler, the financial stress has lifted, and I run my day effortlessly and rarely with stress and anxiety, rarely with stress or anxiety. I am blessed that I am finding the time to do life again with my daughters together. If you too need to overcome laziness and procrastination, or recognize that your dream life is waiting for you just on the other side of the procrastination. So what's the proven formula for getting past it into action? Read your goals daily to stay connected to your large purpose. When you're being lazy, what priorities are being pushed down on your list? If your goals are not being met because you keep putting off those tasks that will get you there, reread your goals every day to stay inspired and proactive. That means you need to make some goals. Be tactical for breaking down the larger goals into smaller steps. Sometimes laziness stems from sheer overwhelm. You don't even try to tackle your goals because the amount of work you need to do feels virtually impossible. We got you. We got that. But why not break down your big goals into baby steps that are doable and that provide frequent wins for you? If you want to buy your first home, for example, but you have a down payment, start by saving just the first $1,000. Next, get pre-qualified for a mortgage. These search these then research lower qualifying homes or special programs for first-time buyers. Investigate how you can make or save more money. Small steps will keep you motivated, focused, and proactive instead of lazy, overwhelmed, and idle. And the positive traction and momentum will get you believing in you again. And do the worst first. Do what you don't like before moving on to something fun. If you show up for work appointments on time but can't get into the gym, if you go to the gym but can't balance your budget, recognize that we're all disciplined in some areas, but lazy is in others. Tackling the unpleasant tasks first in your day will free up your mind to pursue enjoyable tasks with passion. Trying to move forward with other deadlines, projects, and incompletes hanging over your head, by the other hand, is downright miserable. Do the worst first. Tomorrow we're going to start chapter 15. Let's see, tomorrow we're going to start chapter 15 on envy. So, I guess we'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to make you some goals and set up little tiny goals to help you reach that goal, so it's not overwhelming to you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Ta-ta.